It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
I don't need to. 180, right, 54, quick talk.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
There we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready. 950. Ready. Go. Motion. Check. Shift.
A first down throw for Brissett. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play fake. Here's Brissett. And the catch made by Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
I got you. Tight go. Anyway. Who's that?
Brissett to throw on first. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brissett now. It's caught by Funchess.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Brissett, screen play, Johnson. Oh, it's poked free. Football's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Like 50. Yeah. You don't want none. Watch twist.
Here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Brissett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Take it at the 37. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Johnson. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brissett sets to throw it. Funches has it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he's got his man, Hilton. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. First down, Brissett. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes now to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Let's take it at around the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Colts.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A gain of a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit?
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Tackle made there by Mason Foster. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing. Brissett. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
13. Chiefs.
They can't hang with us.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll try and run it, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up and make those throws.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second-guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They go play action. Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the comp. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st and 10, Brissett escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Chris Jones, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Joker, 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 joker. The mic.
Brissett now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Double dog, that's the way. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Vinatieri now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers,